Morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing, man. We're going to target some crappie in Lake Houston today. Water is not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it has been. And one of the guys that got in just a while ago said they were getting them real good, but it's been tapering down. So we're coming on the downside. We're just going to see what happens. He said a couple of his trips he got 18, 17. He said his bad day was 11 or 14. So let's go see. I'm marking fish already. He said they've been coming up in here. I'm gonna go to a few of the spots I know that got real good brush and see if we can get on some fish. Get back with y'all when we get on some fish. I got my neighborhood partner I grew up with 40 years ago, Jerry. Okay, he's second time in the Hobie, and he's comfortable, man. He's thinking about joining the Hobie team, so let's go get on some fish. Jerry, you want a fillet knife that's in the shape of a fillet knife if you're going to be doing white bass, a small white bass like we're about to be doing. And this is the knife that I used for years. It's not any high dollar. I had tons of these H2O Express fillet knives. Worked great for me with everything. I did big bull reds with them. I just bullied these things because I catch a lot of fish, and it worked fine for me. I'm sorry there was no introduction right there because I'm trying to get these fish cleaned, and Jerry asked for a video. And so here you go, Jerry. This is what you want to have. Looks like you had a Mr. Crappie or whatever it looked like fillet knife, and it looked like it had a straight blade on it, and you can't have a straight blade. So that's the key. I'm gonna pick back up after I get this thing open. I love them. They come ready to go. They come ready to work, man. It's a workhorse. Last time I used one. They come ready to work. Solid unit. Used them for years. Love them. Never let me down. Those lures I was catching all those fish on were H2O Express Academy brand. Worked just fine. Maybe I'll just light the table up. I don't know. That may work. All right, let's get this party started. I won't use a fillet knife like this on my crappie. I use a hand fillet knife. I want to get all of my meat, take my time with it. With white bass, I don't mind just running through a bunch of them like that. You don't need no ice, man. All you want to do is eat ice. Lee, man. At least you stop trying to eat my fish before I can clean them. It's a pretty large black bass, about 1.5 pounds, 2 pound black bass. A lot of people like them. Pee-wee loves them. Paul's wife, Pee-wee, loves those black bass. But I won't even use this on a black bass either. On a black bass, I do my traditional way of cleaning the fish right. This blade going away from me. I'll get a better table soon. I'm gonna get tired of this rickety-rackety rocking around. The legs ain't holding it down. away from the bone there. I was on a bone. Didn't know it. See that bone there? I was on that bone. Called black bass old bone head. He got bones all in his head. And that's about right though. They running stuff with their eyes closed. They crash a bait. Strikes or something. The best strikes you ever want to get is a black bass exploding on your bait. I actually targeted one the other day. He was acting a donkey on the shoreline. And I threw that crankbait over there and ran it past there one too many times. He came out of that, off of that shoreline and smashed that bait all on camera. Jerry said he can't use a knife because he bleeds real easy or heavy maybe. It's like my favorite way to clean a fish. I get to really check out my meat when I'm cleaning. Sorry, got stuff going everywhere. I don't get any of the internals on my meat doing it like this. I never, every now and then you see I barely went into there where I cut and opened him up, but normally I don't. I normally do this outside and rinse the table off, but due to weather conditions, I can't stand it out there right now. It's night time and cold. So, all right. And I started separating the stomach from the back strap. Just started that as a habit. Now I'm doing it all the time. Gives me, 2 cuts on one fish. I kind of like it, That fries up faster. This, what I want to call it, the shoulder backstrap area, fries up later, better by doing it like that. I can lay that fillet knife right on that skin, take the meat off right next to the skin, and that's just a prime fillet to me. That's just how I do mine. And that's straight vinegar water. Nothing better in the world soaking your fish in. So, to each his own. Jerry said he can't handle a knife like this. Can't chance it. So I understand, believe me. Life is about being safe. You only get one life. You might as well be safe all the time with that one life best you can. Pray to God, do the right thing, even in tough times. Just hold on to God's unchanging hands. But anyway, here we go. Vinegar water is going to take all of the fishy taste out of your meat. And you just can't beat that method right there. So that's one Jerry for you. I don't have to be the moms tonight. I called already. Check on her again in a little while. Yeah, it's still good and early. You're not going to sit and just eat up all my ice, man. It ain't that type of party. All right, Jerry, let me get to the fish that you're talking about. Normally what I do, which I am going to do, I'm going to take those fish and rinse them off. That way they have less slime and less stuff on them. Because I'm doing this a different way. I plan to. I brought the bowl anyway. So that's what I'll do, is I'll bring me a bunch of them in here, wash them first, and then bring them to the cleaning station. To show y'all, what I did was I came over here and I turned the water on high first, put all the fish in there, rinsed all of them off while they were all in there, and rinsed off the bowl. Then once the bowl was clean, I cleaned each fish and put each fish clean in the bowl. And the way I clean them, I just run the water and make sure all the slime is off of them. And I hit them on the tips of the tail, dorsal fin, bottom fin, under their belly, and just top of the head, on the head, over, all over with the knife, just to make sure that there's no slime on the fish at all. Okay? And then take them out there and put them on the cleaning station. So, watch out, watch out. I got all this stuff charging in here. I'm not gonna mess with, hold on, man. Stop fighting me. Wait a minute. I'm trying to put my earbuds up. These is not for you, these earbuds. Put your nose out of there. What is you doing? I got a clean fish, don't you know? I'm not holding you. Sit down. Sit down. And don't go to barking and fighting. All right, Jerry, I'm gonna pick back up, show you how I do these. But these knives have a knife, these knives, I'm sorry. These fillet knives are really cool because they actually have a safety mechanism on them, and they will not pull the trigger unless you put your finger there. So you figure out you can just grip it and do it, but you can't just grab it and do it. You gotta put your finger over that button there, and at the same time be depressing it. So it's a little trick to it, so you can never hurt yourself. But I like to go in. I usually just come over the top of them, Jerry, actually. And I hate to do them like this, because this is not how I do them. But I'll just come over the top of them, stomach and all, and go down the side of the skeleton. You know, I want to try to come up with a better way, and I may try to now, and see if I can just miss hitting the stomach still, but still do that process of going down there, maybe staying this way. I'll see. Yeah, I was able to do that. I left a little meat by doing it, but I could always come back in here, actually, with this one, because I don't really want that stomach area, you know? I just don't, not on a white bass. Some might say I'm I might move, man. You all up in the camera, trying to see if it's something gonna fall for you. Ain't nothing happening, man. No eating going on right now. I gotta try to pull this off real quick. But of course, I'm all thumbs with it, Jerry, but I just want to show you a way of using the fillet knife to take that side off. And normally I won't take the whole side off because you need something to lay it on when you get ready to do the other side so it sits flat. Because if you cut off the whole side, you know, it's not really going to sit flat. Not for me. I don't keep the white bass eggs anyway. Some keep the stomach. I really don't. Not on the white bass. That's the rib cage. That's the bones. But I'm going to do my white bass with this fillet knife. I'm not going to use that electric knife. I just don't. See, that's bony rib cage there. Electric fillet knife to me weighs meat. I'll show you. I'll do one of these white bass my way with my knife versus what I just did with that electric fillet knife. And once again, I never like to stay too close to the skin because they have a bloodline close to their skin, just like redfish, just like a lot of other fish, because they swim a lot. Fish that swim a lot have a higher, blood content in their meat. It's that simple. So I come along and I cut that. To me, that's the bad tasting part of the fish. I cut that out all the time. Bony rib cage. Okay, that's how it's done with that electric fillet knife. I'm not going to do that. I come in here just like I do crappie. It's a lot easier to me. Then I leave that rib cage there. I'm able to leave that rib cage there and leave that fish closed up. I mean, you pick your poison, you clean your fish how you want to, but for me, you can't beat this. Like I said, if I want to, I take and separate the back strap from the belly tail section. Bloodier fish. I guess if I was really going to target them, I'd have a way to bleed them for me, to take that bloodline out. But if you prepare them right and take that bloodline out, they taste just as good as any other species of fish that you want to try to bring to the table. It takes a little bit of work, but you take that bloodline out, you're in business. Follow up. It's a smaller piece. But to follow up, guys, you see how white, and I'm not sure if that light's giving it any justice, but how white those fillets come out on a white bass if you soak it in vinegar water. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It takes all of the fishy taste off. I didn't even cut all of the bloodline out of them like I do when I'm taking my time doing it, because this is going to be like a lot of my, fish that people that don't have and stuff like that. I'm just going to be giving them this fish here. I'm getting ready to do me some fish eggs and grits and wrap it up, man, because I just have a lot of fish to clean and got to take care of moms in the morning. So that's a black bass, and even that fish soaked in that vinegar water, he has a grayish, but just white, man, just cleans up. So I'm gonna season this up and fry me all these pieces to eat as much as I want with grits and eggs, and the rest I'll refrigerate or freezer it and come back and vacuum seal it. I might as well vacuum seal it tonight. Maybe. I'll put it in the refrigerator until I decide to. Water's ready. I can turn that all the way down. But that's it, guys. That's super clean fillets there.